Happy Monday. I am jumping on with Kim Ward today to talk a little bit about the recent, I don't know if you would call it a scare, but I would say scare for video creators and content creators when TikTok, the TikTok platform went down for a few hours. And for those of you that don't know, that use CapCut, was also owned by TikTok as well. So the video creators that um, it felt like, at the last minute, their world was kind of pulled out from underneath them, not knowing how to quickly ebb and shift when a platform goes down. So that's what we're here to talk about a little bit today, to just kind of show you different options that you have when one of your favorite platforms goes away. I mean, it has came back since then, but there for a while, you saw all the buzz on social media. Everybody was freaking out. So I want to pick your brain a little bit, Kim, about your thoughts on that and different ways that we can, um, adjust when those times happen.
Listen, I'm walking a very tight line right here because there's half of the world who they're like, so what, TikTok? And those are the humans that maybe they don't have a business. Maybe they have a business, but they've never invested into TikTok because of whatever. I'm not going to get into politics or anything like that. And then there's the other half of the people who have really, it takes 10,000 hours to master a skill. So the half of the people I'm talking about are those who put in the time, the effort, the sacrifice to hone in on a skill and grow and develop an audience and nurture an audience on TikTok that feeds their family. They get paid from TikTok. They get paid from TikTok Shop. They generate leads for their own business. And we knew this was coming. Everyone's been on the fence, like, will it get shut down? Will it not get shut down? What's happening? But yesterday morning, we woke up and it was down. And I was talking to you a little bit about this prior to
Mhm.
us live streaming. I don't want to say that I don't care because that's going to make me seem insensitive. And I'm not. I do enjoy TikTok. However, my life and my business are not going to stop if TikTok gets banned. What made me infuriated is I have a video editing software that I love. You said it, CapCut. It's one of the ones that I love, and it's owned by TikTok. So nowhere in my brain did I connect the two and assume that, oh, just because TikTok goes down, we lose CapCut as well. And so, yeah, I was mad. But again, I didn't freak out. Instead, I was like, I'm going to go over to my favorite platform, which is not a social media platform, it's a search engine. So we don't run the same risks on Pinterest that we do on other social platforms. And I said, I'm going to go create my video over here on Pinterest. So I did everything that I would have inside of CapCut except for the captions. But we went over that yesterday in a video. So um, it was just a pivot. It was just a pivot. So for all of the content creators that are out there, yes, it takes 10,000 hours to master a skill. And we do say, hone in on one skill before you look at other things. But this is also a great example of one of my philosophies that I live by, and that's don't put all of your eggs in one basket.
Exactly. And one of the other things that I really have really taken away from you is not relying so much on the social media platforms, but really using those platforms to build your email list. Because
Yep.
when these platforms go down, if you have an email list that you can nurture and market to, you're not out of business. You still have options and you can still reach those people, even if they're not, using social media. So that's what we're kind of we did a live you did a live yesterday talking about how to use Pinterest to create the pins and create the videos. I have been through two of your masterminds, and I get so used to using one platform to create my video and my phone that was really enlightening to me, just to kind of go back through that again and just watch you do that again. So
Yeah,
if that ever happens again, we've got that option.
absolutely. But it's like you said, so I think a lot of people are on social media with the transactional mindset. I want to sell something. I want to make money. Great. I want to shift that kind of like that way of thinking to exactly what you said. How can I put my net out there to find the right people to pull them into my ecosystem? And my ecosystem needs to be off of social media, and that is your email list.
Exactly.
That's the
So let's
goal.
talk a little bit about if people don't know much about the Pinterest platform, what, like you said in the past, people think Pinterest is, the hair and nail and decor. They don't think they realize how much you can utilize it with affiliate marketing and passive income. And you don't have to be a business professional or have a service that you provide. You can, utilize affiliate marketing to offer something and earn income from that and generate leads that will push people to your email list.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, the funny thing is, Pinterest is great for all the things that you mentioned. Anytime I need a recipe, the first place I go is Pinterest. I
Yes.
will tell you that there's over 522 million monthly active users on this platform. And out of that very big number, 85% of them say that Pinterest is the first place they go. They don't go to TikTok, they don't go to Instagram, they don't even go to Google. They go to Pinterest first. That's a big number of people who are very loyal to that platform as a consumer. So we as the marketer, we want to capitalize on that. And unlike social platforms like the one that we're on, who claims that they're all about free speech all of a sudden, and you can start to be less fact check and less shut down, the truth is this platform here is a cash cow. And what that means is when we post a link that takes the user off of this platform here, the one that we're on, and takes them off of the platform, that angers the algorithm. It's designed to keep people on this platform. So what happens is Zuckerberg's little AI minions will suppress your post in the algorithm so that no one can see your post. Because if no one can see it, no one can click on that external link. Pinterest, on the other hand, it requires a link of you every single time you create a piece of content, and we call that a pin. It can be a video pin, it can be just an image or a graphic pin. Regardless, you get to talk to your segment of the marketplace, which is your niche. Those are the people you serve. And every single pin has a link that you choose where they go. So if you decide, yeah, I want to grow my email list, right? Then we're going to promote lead magnets and what we call freebies. If you want to start booking more calls with people, you can literally pin your calendar link. The whole point, Pinterest proves to us how we should be using social media, and that's by pulling people off of the platform into our ecosystem, wherever that may be for us. And every business and every affiliate marketer is different.
Hmm. Well, I know I've told you this before, just as you talked about when we put a link on this platform, how much it's suppressed. And as a content creator, that is extremely frustrating when you are putting that much time and effort into creating some content and it just gets squashed. And I got sick and tired of that social media hamster wheel. I got
Yep.
tired of spinning my wheels and getting no traction. And that's when you came into my world and really opened my eyes to the power of Pinterest, what it can do, lead generation, and can take somebody that has no business background and teach them with affiliate marketing how you can create, even if it's a side hustle, even if it's you want to quit working from your 9 to 5 and come home to stay home with your babies, or if you want to just supplement that 9 to 5, just the options are endless and you don't have to be a pro at it. You can
Absolutely.
be beginner friendly.
That's what I love. I mean, I geek out and I can talk about this all day long. It is about that flexibility. We call that flexibility freedom because we're not used to having flexibility. I was just talking to someone yesterday. I'm like, this stupid 9 to 5, 40 hour a week, this was created by Henry Ford from a completely selfish standpoint because that's the manpower and the hours he wanted from his employees. We're not meant to work like this. We're not. We're
Yeah.
meant to, I mean, the Bible, right, even says we work 6 days, we Sabbath on the seventh day. It doesn't mean Sabbath is Sunday. It just means what's your day of rest. And if you don't have a day of rest in your calendar every single week, you're overworking it. So, with Pinterest being number one, a global platform, number two, every time you create a piece of content, any pin you create, yeah, it's going to take a little bit longer than social. It's not the place for you to come and have that instant gratification mentality. However, we've seen the way that I teach and the way that you take the action, we've seen people make money, as early as 4 weeks in. That's really cool. It might sound like a long time to you. And if it does, that's because you're still in that kind of social media mindset, and that's okay. I can help you with that. The cool thing is it is going to take your pins about 90 days to index, but Julie, they're alive forever.
That's what I,
Forever.
yes, that's what I love about it. You had mentioned in one of your trainings, I don't remember if it was, I don't remember which client it was that was still making income off of one pin that was pinned, what, 15 years ago?
This year is 15 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's just crazy to me because if that would have in social media, that would have been it was gone.
Yeah.
It would never be you'd never find it again. You talk about the flexibility of Pinterest. It makes me think of, the laptop. I call it the laptop lifestyle. And I use myself as an example with Brennan being, playing college ball and my younger daughter Sage being in college. You can take this and mold it to your lifestyle. I
Yeah.
tell people you kind of work it into the nooks and crannies of where you can. I jump on the road, take my laptop with me, and I do some work before I go to our ball game. And it's it's just very can't think of the word, refreshing to know we grew up in the lifestyle and the era of if we needed money, go out and get a job. You work hard for your money. You do the 9 to 5 and you blood, sweat, and tears, And it makes me think of kind of the era that my parents were in with their farming with my son taking over. It's that whole shift of going from the standard way of farming now to no-till farming. And it's a different way of life. And I kind of see that with this as well, going from
Yeah.
working the 9 to 5 into the digital marketing world and into using passive income and affiliate marketing. I see that shift, and sometimes it's hard for people to grasp that, and it's really not as hard as you think it is.
No. No, anything foreign and unknown, our imagination is going to kick in and do some overtime. And
Mhm.
generally, the imagination is quite wrong most of
Yes.
the time. Um, so I love that, what you're saying. And this is why I love to teach this, because whatever walk of life you're in, male, female. I mean, my husband's on Pinterest, truly, probably more than me, if I'm being quite honest. But he's found ideas for barns for our goats, new sheds, hay bins, right? Anytime he wants to start a new project, he'll go to Pinterest and look around and find some great ideas. We had a client who her husband owns an auto mechanic shop, and they built a great presence on Pinterest with videos teaching people how to do oil changes or check air filters, all these other mechanical pieces, and the cool thing is that male pinners continue to increase by 33% year over year. So if anyone comes to me and says, yeah, but I'm going to show you a fact, not my opinion, of why Pinterest can support whatever your goals are, regardless of what your age is, regardless of your gender, regardless of what your occupation or even your skill level is. For me, Julie, I come from the corporate background. I started in corporate when I was 18. I kind of graduated through those ranks rather quickly. I was the youngest supervisor ever. And then I was promoted to the youngest manager ever in history of my company. manager at 25. For me, my world shattered when my human resource department called a managers meeting, and they let us know, because we had a new incoming CEO, that we needed to cut the fat, as they called it. And SWB was the fat. SWB stands for salary, wages, benefits. I was pulled into a meeting and I was literally told that I needed to find a way to fire my 40-hour-a-week employees and replace them each with two 20-hour-a-week people, so that we no longer had to pay the benefits.
Wow.
I love people. These are my people. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. So I knew that was not the life for me. And I left. I left the corporate world. There are things I'm not willing to do, and I'm not willing to sacrifice, my integrity or be that person to come down on other people and ruin. I'm going to lift you up. And those are the tricks. Those are the nasty games that are played in the corporate world, and that hurts people. So we're here not to just pick up the pieces and show you how to close the gap, but we're here to show you you can actually be in the driver's seat and you can choose. What do you want your life to look like? Julie, you get to make pins and go to basketball games and enjoy life. My husband, we went on a cruise last year, and we decided to drive from Tennessee to Miami because I didn't want to be at the mercy of the airline schedule, because we know how that goes.
Right.
And my husband drove. I was in the passenger seat. I connected to my hotspot and I created pins, and I pinned in the passenger seat on the way down to the cruise because I could. What else was I going to do? Watch the license plates and see what state everyone's from? I'll
Right.
make some money, girl.
Right. Yes. Utilize that time the downtime that we have when we can't be doing anything else, and put it to good use. So that makes me think back. I think I had sent you a picture. We were driving to Hayes with my daughter, and I had the same thing. My laptop was plugged into my hotspot, and I had my calendar up on the dash.
I
And
framed it, Julie. You're on my wall of fame.
all right, yes, I made it. I love it. That's so good. So you have an upcoming webinar the end
You
of the
bet.
month, I believe on the 30th. So tell us a little bit about that, what that entails. All I can tell you is you're going to walk away with more value. I will bet money on this than any other trainer out there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I love to spoil people. I love to over deliver. Selfishly, um, I I feel fulfilled when I do that. I have been on webinars and trainings where I had my pen and paper ready. I mean, there's one in particular I'll never forget. And I didn't take one note because there was no value. The whole thing was lead up to a pitch into her paid program. And you got to step into the paid program to get the information. I'm not like that. I'm not like that at all. So this pins to paychecks is your roadmap to 10K in affiliate marketing. Again, regardless of your age. Well, maybe not. Most affiliate programs, you do have to be 18. But anyway, over 18, regardless of your age and your gender and your location and anything about you, your skill level doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm going to give you the roadmap that you get to look, decide how it fits into your life, take the action. Some people will get to 10K a little quicker than others based on how much time and what you're promoting and all that good stuff. But it's alive, it's free. It's going to be a 90-minute webinar. I knew 60 minutes wouldn't be enough for me. You know that.
Yes.
Doing a 90-minute webinar where I'm going to give you everything you need to understand. Number one, affiliate marketing. What is it? Where can I find it? What can I promote? And then two, how can we marry that with Pinterest platform? So you're going to understand what Pinterest is, why Pinterest is the place for you, how to marry your affiliate programs, and how to create long-term, lifetime passive income. I'm dead serious. I have another friend, real quick story. After about, I want to say 2000, maybe I'll lie, maybe 9 years of pinning. Um, she would literally pin self-care quotes, but that led to an offer, led to her ecosystem. So over the course of 9 years, she had generated over 15,000 leads passively. You pin it, you walk away, it works for you in your sleep, around the clock, 24/7, 365. Okay. We did the math on her low ticket offer, and we looked at what happened is over those 9 years, she generated $425,000 passively. I
From a
mean,
quote.
from a freaking quote.
That's one of the things that the beauty of this is it can be anything. If no matter what, yeah, it's just from a quote. How many of us love the inspirational gratitude quotes that we see on social media, that we see on Pinterest? Most people don't even think they can take that quote, something that speaks to them, point it somewhere, and create leads and sales from it.
We
It's
could
as
do a
simple as that.
90-day accountability program on just quotes, business quotes, hustle quotes, mental health quotes, mom quotes, guy quotes. We can do quotes and still make money. I mean, come on.
Absolutely crazy. I've been in your world for a long time, and whenever you do one of these trainings, I get so pumped up because I know I am literally going to be mind blown because your marketing brain is just, if I could, there's no way to map out what goes on inside of your head because it's
Oh.
like all over the place.
Like paintballs. Yeah,
Paintball, yes.
I'm telling you, they just splatter.
So yes, so January 30th, did you
Yes.
say 7
7
Eastern, 6
Eastern.
6 Central? Great.
PM, people. I'm not a morning person. PM, nighttime.
I've got to get you transformed one of these
Heck
days.
no, my husband's been trying for like 13 years. I don't know. It's not happening.
It's not happening. Yes,
He's a
sir. Of course.
morning person. I'm a night owl, and somehow we make it work.
That's the way Jeff and I are as well. So great. Well, so January 30th, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central. Any final closing words that you want to say to anybody before we jump off of here?
Listen, I could give you the inspirational, you're the one, and you are. But here's what I'm really going to say. This is a new year. This is early on in the new year. This is a new skill. Even if you think this isn't for you, be there. Bring a friend. Share Julie's Facebook Live, share her link, bring a friend, because you're going to want to do this and you're going to want to run with somebody and have that accountability partner. So get your butt in the room. I will not disappoint.
Oh, no doubts there. Well, thank you. I know your time is valuable. I don't want to keep
That's
you any
yours.
longer than we have to. So we'll be back on next week again as
Yeah.
well.
Cool. See
All
you then.
right. Well,
Have a great week.
yes, you too. We'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.